Please rename yourself. There is one Lenovo advertisement. All right. So now we are live on YouTube also. So participants, welcome. If you're watching us on YouTube, just give us a thumbs up. Perfect. So we are live. We are ready to go start the third session today. Perfect. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. And today is the session of learning for quality assurance and quality control. We have with us is Gopi sir, Gopi Chand. He is the quality assurance and quality control professional. And we also have with us Dr. Muhammad Salahuddin sir. Welcome sir to
Thank
the
you, sir.
session. Thank you. So I'll quickly introduce Dr. Mohammad Salahuddin sir and Gopi Chand sir, and then we'll go ahead with the session. All right. So Dr. Mohammad Salahuddin sir is a distinguished academician and a professional in the field of pharmacy. He completed his B Pharm, M Pharm, and PhD from VLCP, Raichur, under the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. Dr. Salahuddin began his career as a medical executive and then worked as a product manager at Microlabs. He transitioned into academia, serving as a lecturer and then assistant professor at VLCP Raichur, and then later as a professor and principal at Farukhia College of Pharmacy, Mysore. Currently, he serves as a principal at Alamein College of Pharmacy, Bangalore. Dr. Salahuddin has an impressive portfolio of 4 patents, 3 authored books, and 39 research publications. He has significant research grants and has supervised numerous postgraduate and undergraduate students. He is actively involved in various professional and advisory roles, including membership in the several committees and associations. Dr. Salahuddin has been recognized with multiple awards for his contribution to the field of pharmacy. So, welcome, Salahuddin sir. Any thoughts on the career conclave and IPA, please? And then we'll introduce Gopichand sir.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj, for that wonderful introduction. And
Thank you.
welcome to all the participants today for this, IPS conclave, career conclave, which probably trying to make you people realize the importance of it and get prepared to the battle, I must say, because now getting into the any of the field is nothing more than like a battle. But if you are well aware of the field, if you are knowing it, it becomes very easy and makes you people to choose a right career. And I could able to see many of the students are joining. That really helps you all people to, because IPA is concentrating more on providing the information related on international career, which was there wonderfully taken by Venkata Mukapati yesterday. And today Mr. Gopichand Pula is taking on quality assurance and quality control. He'll be talking on it on various aspects. And again, Dr. Manoj is going to speak on how the social media platforms you are going to use it, whether it is Facebook or he'll be talking more on the LinkedIn, which probably it's a very big professional platform which you should attend and see it. And again, on regulatory affairs, what are the careers? However, I could able to see that there are a lot of questions being raised by the students, doubts been, bringing it to the speakers. They are getting it clarified. I don't see that this platform is only for specific topics. It is for the diverse. And I could able to see a lot of knowledge is getting, being provided through this platform. I must congratulate to the President and Secretary of the Karnataka IPS State Branch, Dr. Khalid Ahmad Khan, as well as Dr. B. Ramesh, for taking this initiative. This is first of its kind where the IPA is trying to reach out to all the students, provide the best of the best information. We started initially. Now you could able to see much more activities. I must say that whenever you see any activity being carried out by IPA Karnataka, I must say that you have to log in, register, and try to attend and try to gain more of the information, because there are various fields now. The micro things you need to understand broadly. Yesterday one student called me. Her parent called. He knows me very well, as he was my like my friend. His daughter completed B Form, and he said me that she did her internship for about 6 months in one of the pharmaceutical company in Hyderabad, in Bangalore. Now she has shifted to Hyderabad because she wanted to stay there because she was very comfortable. And you know that when she joined for the internship, she doesn't know that what for she is joining. Just she joined because It was one of the reputed company. When I inquired her, I spoke to her yesterday. She said that that internship was not of her choice. Just she joined because she liked that company. And now again, when she joined to her job, a regular job in Hyderabad, it was completely different to her choice of what she wanted to be in the profession and what she did the internship. It is totally pathetic. Why it is happening? Because there is no clear knowledge of the field to the people who are studying. Okay, so during the student time, try to accept and acquire more of the knowledge of the different fields. There are some job roles which are hidden, but they are very big and where they are very vital in the industry, that may play a very vital role, and you can be a game changer in that job, the preparation. So you need to take an understanding of it. Now, today's topic, which the quality assurance and quality control, why and carriers, which Gopichand Pula is going to speak. I must say that when I was student, the quality control and quality assurance was only limited to pharmaceutical industry. That I used to understand. And pharmaceutical chemistry people who does they only, or analysis people, analysis was not one of the major subject. Only chemistry used to be there. And chemistry people used to get into the industry, and we know that it's part of the pharmaceutical industry as a quality control, quality assurance. We, in fact, we used to talk more of the quality control. Now, quality assurance, there is a specialized PG branch is available, and the field is not just related to pharmaceutical industry. We need to understand the cosmetics, the software industry, even the industry is so diverse. You can see that food industry, you can see how it is progressing. So the job opportunities are plenty, but you need to have so many questions. You need to today get it clarified from the resourceful speaker who is going to highlight you on it. I'm sure these informations that will be provided will make and bring a impactful change in your life. So I congratulate to the IPA Karnataka State Branch, and I thank Dr. Manoj for wonderfully comparing and handling the entire sessions of these conclave that is being carried out. And I do expect the same momentum and the strength be carried out end of the day as well as to the next sessions. I congratulate and wishes to all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you. Over to you, Manoj.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that wonderful pointers. And then I'm sure the students will get benefited. And you raised a very valid and practical thought process for the students. Currently, we go by the flow, right? We don't even make a choice when it comes to career. I always give the example to my medical writing students that when we go to a hotel, we normally take a menu and then we order a food of our choice, even if it is a coffee or idli or any food item, right? But when it comes to career, we just take anything that comes our way, right? There is no choice here. There is a chance. We just take a chance and go ahead. And then after some months, maybe we feel frustrated and burned out, and then we curse everyone in the field, and then we start blaming the college, the education system, the society, the parents, and everyone, which is totally wrong, right? So we have to make informed decision here, and the objective of all these career conclave options sessions that we are planning is to create that awareness, sir. I want to assure you that we'll continue to do this for next few months, because this is just like a orientation program which we have lacked in all these many months earlier. And now the time has come that the academia and the industry must join hands together and do something concrete to create awareness to the students and help them choose profession and the journey by choice and not by chance. So that's assurance from my side, sir. Let's hope it works. Thank you so much for being here. And let's
And
go. Yes, sir.
sorry, I just interrupted you. My appreciations also to Dr. Ramesh and also to the university officials of Adi Chunchandgiri University
Absolutely, sir.
for
Absolutely,
joining
sir.
hands for this, the wonderful initiative that has been carried out. I'm sure
Absolutely.
this collaboration will have a high impact on the students' future.
Absolutely,
Congratulations
sir.
and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. And participants, now let's know a little bit about Gopichand, sir. Now, it is very, very difficult for me to introduce him, considering his vast experience in the quality assurance field and quality control field, but I'll just try to give you some idea of what he has been into. So Gopichand Pulasar comes with over 18 years of extensive experience in pharmaceutical industry. He has worked on different quality management systems and very much well versed with pharmaceutical and professional stream with comprehensive skills in quality assurance and quality control systems. He has worked with almost all major regulatory bodies like US FDA, MHRA, TGA, Health Canada, MCC, and WHO approved units. And he has been exposed to almost all kinds of regulatory requirements and approvals which are needed for the pharmaceutical products to go into the market. And currently, he works as an independent consultant, and that is the reason he's here. Why? Because you see what happens when a professional is working in quality assurance or quality control in a specific company. It becomes very difficult for him to come out and speak on a forum like this, right? We are bound by a lot of restrictions in pharmaceutical, right? We cannot share a lot of information here. And then since he is working as an independent consultant, it becomes easier for him to share all the experiences that he has gained, through all these years of experience. And since he has worked with all these different regulatory bodies, it will be easier for him to share and compile a concise information for all of us and understand why quality assurance and quality control plays such an important role in the industry, number one. Number two, what are the different skills we need to get into quality assurance and quality control? Right now, I see a lot of students, they just go into industry and, as Salahuddin sir rightly said, without any knowledge, without any thought process, without any choice, by chance they get into it, right? But now I'm sure this presentation of Gopichand sir will help us all to understand the requirement of quality assurance and quality control, and then make a very much well-informed decision to get into quality assurance or quality control. And please believe me, quality assurance and quality control is not just in pharmaceuticals today, it is in almost all the areas. I work in medical writing. I know people working in clinical research, pharmacovigilance, material-vigilance. Everywhere there is a quality control system and quality assurance that needs to be done right. And everywhere you will require these skills, whatever Gopichand sir is going to talk. So Gopichand sir, welcome to the session, and the
Yeah,
stage is all yours. Please share the screen and let's get started. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Is it audible, sir?
Yes, yes, very much.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, students. Thank you all for having me here today to give a seminar. I think it's not a seminar or a training. Let it be more like interaction about
Yeah,
the pharma pharma industry of quality control and quality assurance. And
absolutely,
my
sir.
special thanks to the Adi Chanchandgiri University management team and professors for giving this opportunity to share my knowledge to the that too for the students. I usually give a lot of trainings for the employees because already they know the 80% of the stuff. I used to give retraining or refresher training, but this is totally a fresh, pure minds will be there. So this will be very helpful for the students
Absolutely.
to utilize this interaction session. Yeah, we'll
Absolutely,
run through
absolutely.
the
Sir,
PPT.
sir, kindly share the screen. And
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Gopichand sir rightly said, he has been doing training for the professionals who are already there in the industry. Imagine somebody working in the industry for many years, and then he wants a professional training in regulatory affairs, quality assurance, and quality control. That is where the role of professionals like Gopichand sir comes into picture. But since you are students, please make sure that you ask a lot of questions to him at the end of the session. Please remember, only when you ask, you get the answers, right? So when you are listening to his conversation now, make notes and then ask lots and lots of questions, okay? And then he'll answer, and let's go ahead. Yes, sir.
yes. Is the screen visible, sir?
No, 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 I can't see, sir.
No, not it. Yeah,
No,
one
not
minute.
yet.
1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Please go to the share button, extreme down,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
and
going.
then,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, yes, perfect. Slideshow
Yeah.
and then play from beginning. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, sir. Yeah, is
Yeah,
it
perfect. Yes,
visible?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Hi, students. Myself, Gopichand. My introduction was given by Manoj sir. So overall, I'm having somewhere 18 years of experience, and I worked for Ranbaxy Laboratories and Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, Aurobindo Pharma, and recently my long career tenure from the Apotex India, which is a MNC from the Canadian, one of the giant Canadian pharmaceutical company, where I used to be as a quality assurance manager. Okay, let us move into the PPT. Today the topic is quality assurance. So what, why, and how? What is the main requirement of the quality assurance in the pharmaceutical industry? So in this today topic, we are going to cover basics of the QA and QC. I mean basics of quality assurance and quality control departments, and the career path in the QA and QC for pharmacy students, tips for students to get started their career, and in the final, after the closure of this discussion or seminar, we can have the question and answer. So first of all, I want to let you know, in pharmaceutical industry, there will be somewhere 15 to 20 departments will be there. But if you see QA and QC, in these two departments only, we can see the quality assurance and quality control. So why, what do you mean by quality? In our day-to-day life also, we used to talk about the quality. Yeah. So what do you mean by quality? So for example, just I'm giving example for better understanding. If you are going to purchase um, anything in Amazon, Flipkart, or something, okay, what we will do? We'll see the reviews. There, some who has purchased that one, they will write the quality of the material is good. Somebody will write the quality of the material is poor. Okay, so the quality is main. Okay, so as per the ISO 9001, the quality is defined as the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics of an object fulfills its requirements. So this definition emphasizes that quality is achieved when the features of a product or service meet the needs and expectations of the customer. So the quality is nothing but satisfaction of the customer. So quality assurance. So what is QA? What is the role of the QA in the pharmaceutical industry? So the quality assurance term may be defined as a sum of all activities and responsibilities required to ensure that the medicine that reaches to the patient is safe, effective, and it should be acceptable. Because the main thing is we are into the manufacturing of the medicines. The medicines we are going to take by the patients, not a normal healthy person is not going to take the medicine. The people who want to live, who are in the survival state, they want to take the medicine. So the medicine should be of utmost quality, and it should be safe, and it should be effective also. Why QA is important? QA covers all the aspects that would have an impact on the quality of prescribed pharmaceutical products. See, the QA role is the QA will take majority role of the pharmaceutical quality, because QA have the oversight of the production, I mean manufacturing, packing, as well as quality control, analytical R&D, warehouse, each and every department documents or everything will be verified and authorized and accepted by the QA. Then only a medicine can come out of the manufacturing compound. So if a impact of low quality medicines, if the medicine is not up to the mark or up to the quality, what will be the impacts? Okay, if the process we will take manufacturing process is not robust. Okay, so what will happen if the manufacturing process is not robust? Obviously the therapeutic effect of the medicine will be not that much effective. So it may, even though if a single dose of paracetamol should be taken by a patient, if the manufacturing process is not robust, it will not cure. So it will be a prolonged illness. He need to take doses, double doses he need to take. Okay. If the packaging and storage conditions are not appropriately followed, so the packing is a main thing for the any tablets. and even the storage conditions also. Because when the um, packaging and the storage conditions will be mainly depends on the stability studies. Based on the stability studies only, we can give how many years of expiry everything. So the storage conditions and packaging should be appropriate as per the prescribed. So if it is not packed properly or not stored in the appropriate conditions, the toxic and the adverse reactions will be there, which may lead to the patient to death also. Because nowadays, if you see any medicine that should be stored in the 2 to 8 degrees, if it was stored in a room temperature, obviously the impurities, the toxic, what we call the toxicological impurities will be more, which may have a genotypic effect also. So it will lead to death. And mainly we need to talk about the good manufacturing practices. Good manufacturing practice is part of QA, which ensures that products are consistently produced and controlled to quality standards appropriate to their intended use. So, the basic principles of the GMP manufacturing process should be clearly defined and controlled. So, once the manufacturing process is established, they should not be keep on changing the process. Okay, it should be validated and it should be restricted. So these 5 steps means in the 5 steps only the manufacturing process should be restricted, and each and every step to be defined and it should be controlled. Changes that have an impact on quality shall be validated. If any changes was made to the manufacturing process, that changes to be must be validated. Operators trying to carry out the operations, whomever working as an operator in the manufacturing facility, like blister operators or what we call punching machine operators, all the operators should be trained appropriately. Records are made and the deviation investigations and documented. Each and everything in the pharmaceutical industry, whereas you take any department, they should maintain the records and everything should be updated online. There should not be any backdated. Whatever you are going to see at this right moment, that should be updated in the records. And if any deviations are there, that must and should be investigated and it should be documented. Records of manufacturing shall be complete and retained. So whatever the records, when a batch was manufactured, that record should be kept, should be completed, and it should be retained. So how many years we can retain? Because one in general for formulation finished product, the expiry date will be the 2 years from the manufacturing. So the particular batch record can be uh, kept up to 3 years. More than, I mean, 2 years will be the expiry period. So another 1 year we can retain the document. System of recall shall be established. Recall means if any medicine or finished product that was with the patients or with the retailers or within the what we call medical agencies or medical shops, if anything gone wrong, then the organization should take immediately recall the batches. Quality defects must be investigated and documented. If any quality defects were observed, that must be investigated and must be identified the root cause and appropriate CAPAs should be given and everything should be documented. These are the basic principles of the good manufacturing practices. So warehouse practices, how QA is responsible. So proper storage of APIs, excipients, and finished product. Segregation of materials and products to avoid mix-ups via proper labeling. So if you have gone into any warehouse of pharmaceutical industry, so there will be segregations will be there. For APIs, there will be separate racks. For excipients, there will be separate, and finished product, there will be dedicated area. Because why means if you keep next to next or very near, so what will happen? There will be the chance of mix up, and that will contaminate the drug. And ensure proper storage conditions in the warehouse, because in a manufacturing unit there will be huge number of raw materials, intermediates, packing materials, lot of things will be there. So each and every material will have its own temperature conditions will be there. So in the warehouse also we need to maintain that, like 2 to 8 degrees, or it may be room temperature, like that. And assure proper dispensing and issuance of material. So whatever the manufacturing request will come for the dispense of the material, that material only you have to dispense. Okay, for example, paracetamol request came from the manufacturing. We should not give aceclofenac or something. So manufacturing process and critical process check. So this is like IPQA, in-process quality assurance. Critical activity. This is the most critical activity performed by QA to assure product quality during the course of manufacturing. So during the course of manufacturing, like some blending is going on, or granulation is going on, or blister packing is going on, there will be a lot of checklist will be there, checkpoints will be there. Everything should be verified by the QA in charge, that everything is going as per the standard operating procedures. Complaints on the floor. QA in-process team is responsible for this activity and ensure compliance of all floor activities related to storage of raw materials to final product dispatch. So whatever the material came from the warehouse to the production area, whether they are stored in appropriate uh, temperature control or storage appropriately stored or not, and the raw materials to finish the product, how it was dispatched. So everything should be verified by the QA personnel. And the line clearance. So these are one of the major thing in the pharma industry, where there are chances of the mix-ups. Okay, line clearance. Before start of any manufacturing process, IPC person ensures proper line clearance. For example, some paracetamol batch was completed now in a one punching machine. So next they need to take some aceclofenac manufacturing. So the initial whatever the punching machine used for the paracetamol, that should be cleaned. There will be procedure will be there how to clean, what are the solvents solutions to be used, whether those are used, and everything was done. There will be a checklist that should be ensured, because if it is an improperly cleaned, then what will happen? Some little bit of paracetamol will be there in the punching machine, and we will use a next batch aceclofene. There will be a contamination. So process monitoring and process control. During manufacturing of product, whole process is monitored by QA person. QA ensures that the product is safe for the market before the batch release. If any alteration is observed in the method of manufacturing of the product, then appropriate action is taken by the QA. So if you see alterations means, uh, for example, during the granulation, so some 10 liters of MDC should be used. Okay. So by mistakenly, the operator has used 20 liters. So these are the alterations will happen. There will be very lighter way, lighter chances will be there. So those should be overlooked by the QA. Batch record review and final release of drug. So all the data generated during pharmaceutical manufacturing is recorded and reviewed by QA during the batch record audit. So once the manufacturing of a particular batch is completed, the batch will contain batch manufacturing record, batch packaging record. So these two records will be cross-verified by the QA personnel, whether all the appropriate steps were followed as per the standard operating procedures, and all the materials which should be used during the process that were used or not. So these are the checks will be there that will be cross-checked by the quality assurance personnel. QA ensures the product safety before approving the batch release. So by verifying all these steps, checklists, everything, then the QA ensures that this product is safe. Then they will approve the batch. After verifying key parameters, QA authorizes the batch for market distribution. Once the batch is released, after release, again there will be dispatching procedure will be there. That also will has to be verified by the QA person. Later it will be reached to the market distribution. So complaints and product recalls. Complaints. In the event of a market complaint, QA conducts a thorough investigation and takes appropriate action. For example, complaint means, for example, we buy some tablets in a medical shop. So once we got one strip of aceclofenac, if we found that one tablet was broken or some chipping is observed, so immediately we have right to log a complaint to the organization, particular manufacturing organization, and they must and should have to investigate. And if really it happens due to the batch manufacturing issue, means they have to recall the product from the market. So when it is product recalls, if a product recall is necessary, QA promptly initiate the recall process and ensure all the product from the affected batch are retrieved from the market. See, after the investigation, they found the root cause is due to the manufacturing, due to the or laboratory, anything. It is lying with the manufacturer means they must and should recall the product from the market, whether it may be during the time of distribution or it may be in the uh, pharmacies. It should be taken back to the organization, should be recalled. Further, there some SOPs procedures will be there. Change management system. Any change in the validated step or activity or documented is taken through the change control system, which is reviewed by the QA department for approval. If you see, in particularly in pharma industry, we cannot keep left and right changing the procedures, processes, everything. If something need to be mandatory to change, that will go through a change control process. For example, if a manufacturing process to be changed, they need to add some more solvents or something for the manufacturing process. So they will log a change control stating that this is the issue. So we are going to include these points, these steps. Then that will come from the manufacturing department to the quality assurance department, whether whatever they have told, whatever they have written in the change control is accurate or not. So once the QA give the approval, then only anything will go for the changes. And internal audits. This is one of the key area in the pharma industry. It is a major responsibility of the QA department to ensure that other departments in the organization are performing their activities as per the standard procedures. See, we can see here only QA department to ensure that other departments, see, all other departments must and should be taken care by the quality assurance or whatever, maybe warehouse, production, engineering, quality control, maybe analytical R&D, research and development, everything that should be overlooked by the QA. Internal audits are performed by the QA department at a scheduled frequency. In generally, most of the companies will have a quarterly based audits will be there, where during the internal audit, course of internal audit, they will verify whether the documentation was done online or not, whether all the whatever the requirements are meeting, the product is meeting all the requirements, whatever the dispatched batches, whether the documentation was done properly. So these all will be done. And one more thing, so QA here, they are auditing each and every department. Yeah. Then who will audit QA? QA also one of the department who is approving everything. So they also should be audited. No? So for this purpose only, any cross-functional team, they can audit the QA department. Okay. Or CQA will be there. Corporate Quality Assurance team will be there. They will audit the QA department, whether they are doing their job right or not. Yeah. When it comes to investigations and CAPA, if anything unexpected happens during the manufacturing, testing, or documentation of a pharmaceutical product, it's QA job to step in. So if anything found aberrant or something which is fishy, so that should be identified by the QA only. Whatever maybe it may be documentation errors or during the testing something gone wrong. Those all should be cross-checked and verified by the QA. They investigate the issue, find out what caused it, and take the right steps to fix it and make sure it does not happen again. So, if some investigation happened, for example, some assay, paracetamol assay batch was failed, so that will be investigated. Like in investigation, there will be a phase one investigation and phase two investigations will be there. Finally, they will derive to, at some point, they will derive to a root cause. So they have identified the root cause. And now they have to implement the corrective and preventive actions. So what is the immediate correction they have to do for the batch? And what is a preventive action to stop reoccurrence in the future? And trainings. They enhance they enhance employee performance, increase GMP compliance, boost employee productivity, reduce employee turnover, and improve company culture. Training plays a key role in continuous improvement of personnel process and system. Actually, this is 100% correct. Trainings are trainings will enhance the employee performance, and all the SOPs, maybe testing procedures, maybe some policies, everything should be, there will be a training for all the employees, each and every department employees have their departmental SOPs. They should and must be trained on this SOPs. So now this is all about the quality assurance. Just we will move to the next topic, quality control. So what is quality control? QC is a part of GMP concerned with sampling, specifications, and testing, and with the organization, documentation, and release procedure, which ensures that the necessary and relevant tests are actually carried out and the materials are neither released for use nor products are used for sale and supply until their quality has been satisfactory. So quality control, mainly the responsibility of the quality control is testing. Whatever the manufacturing will be done, that will be tested. Raw materials, intermediates, excipients, everything will be tested. Even stability studies, validations, all the analytical activity will be carried out in the quality control department. So the main components of the quality control. So batch inspection and sampling, QC lab. So in QC labs, there will be divisions like wet analysis and instrumentation analysis like that, retained samples, analysis of finished product, sampling, validation, and records, maintenance of the managing of the records. So when we take the sampling, so for each and activity in pharma industry, there will be SOPs will be there, standard operating procedures. That will be step by step. They will give like for raw materials, finished methods, intermediate materials, everything. And then approved method for the sampling. So these are the testing methods. Those are the SOPs. These are the testing methods, how to test, what and all to be added, which instrument we need to use, whether it is a qualitative analysis or it is a quantitative analysis. Okay. Then well-trained personnel and sampling tools. All the personnel who are involved in the sampling should be trained, and the sampling tools also. What tools we need to use for the sampling purpose. Records for all the sampling. Sorry. So whatever the sampling was done for the batches, those should be recorded. They should be online recorded. Checklist for every stage. In sampling also, there will be checkpoints will be there. Like for example, which batch we are going to do sampling, what are the tools we are going to use, whether the tools are cleaned or not, in what stage the tools are there. Like that, there will be huge checklist will be there. For example, for sampling, for example, if you see XCPMs, we will get tons and tons of material will come. I mean, somewhere 100 bags of MCCP will come. Whether we can test each and every bag, all the 1 ton material we will test? No. There will be a formula like root n plus 1. So we will apply that root n plus 1. So if there are somewhere 100 batches are coming, there will be some 11 batches we will randomly we will take 11 batches and we will take 2 gram or 3 gram of the sample and we will test. Based on the 3 grams of the sample, if the batch is failing, we are going to reject the 1 ton material also. See the complexity. And SOP is divided into before and after. So during the sampling, before sampling, what are the steps we need to follow? Post sampling, what are the steps we need to follow? That should be derived in the SOPs. So when it comes to the validation, so validation is defined as documented evidence demonstrating that a specific method or system consistently produces a product meeting predetermined specification and its quality attributes. Okay. So all the methods used by the quality control, say for sampling, testing, and other activity, shall be validated. So all the methods, all the analytical methods should be validated. Where if it is validated means we will get a consistent results. If it is not validated means there won't be any consistency. Validation of testing methods is particularly, very important, because based on this only we are going to release the product into the market. When it comes to SOPs, records, the basic concept of GMP is do as you have written, that is in the SOP, and write what you have done. Means whatever you have to done, you have to write. You are doing something and writing something, it is not at all acceptable and it will falls under the data integrity breach. Okay. So we have to must and do whatever the right thing. We have to follow the SOP. If anything by mistakenly deviated, immediately we have to stop that activity there and we have to inform to the supervisor and further investigation will be done. Even though knowingly or unknowingly, we should not do any departure from the procedure. So finished product. The finished product must contain ingredients complying with qualitative and quantitative composition of the product described in the marketing authorization. The ingredients must be of required purity in their proper containers and correctly labeled. So whatever we are claiming like 500 mg of paracetamol means it should be a 500 mg. It should not be a 400 mg or it should not be a 600 mg. Okay. It should be there. And it should be properly labeled and should be correctly labeled. If 500 mg is strength of the dosage, the carton or the container should also be 500 mg only. It should not be 250 mg. And inside it will be 500 mg. If you want, you can Google like this also in most of the companies where I worked in earlier also. There are like a 5 mg tablet should be there as per the carton, but there is 2.5 mg is there. So they have recalled all the batches. So retained sample, or we can call it in some organizations, it will be called as a reference and retained samples also. Sufficient samples of the starting materials and products should be retained to permit further examination of the product if necessary. The retained sample must be kept in the final packing condition. So what are the batches we are dispatching to the market and going to the pharmacies? Those batch, for example, is contains of 5 lakh tablets. So at least we need to keep 3 times sufficient for the analysis. For one analysis, for example, 100 tablets is required. For a batch, it is a 5 lakh batch. But for the analysis, we will use maximum 100 tablets. So when we are keeping a retained sample, we need to keep at least 3 times sufficient quantity for the analysis. Because once the batch is dispatched, the 5 lakh tablets are dispatched to the customers, then we will not have anything. For example, some complaint has came from the customer. Then what we will do? We don't have any reference or anything. That's why these retained samples will be kept. And the other activities of the quality control: set up and follow quality control procedures and keep enough standards and reagents. So each and activity we need to have a standard operating procedures and the standards and reagents to perform the analysis. Manage and store reference and working standards for substance. So we need to keep properly stored the reference and working standard, because mainly the most of the quality control work will be on the quantitative analysis. So these standards will be very helpful because the sample will be quantified against these working standards. So these should be stored in as per the procedure, as per the packing conditions and storage conditions. Make sure all labels on containers, materials, and products are correct. So it must be the correct only, because the whatever the paracetamol, it should not be aceclofenac. We should not paste the label as aceclofenac. We have to put as a paracetamol only. That is identity. How we have names. I'm Gopichand. Somebody calling me Anil, I will not look to them. Yeah, I will not listen to them like that only. Check production condition and in-process quality control (IPQA) results. During the manufacturing process, there will be in-process checks will be there, in-process results will be there. Once that in-process check results are complying only, the manufacturing process will carry forward to the next step, from granulation to tableting or tableting to blister packing. Help investigate any quality related complaints. If there is any investigation, all the cross-functional teams like manufacturing, quality control, quality assurance, warehouse, everybody has to be on the same page or need to help, to get the investigate and to get the accurate, what is the root cause. Take part in environmental monitoring activities. And we need to look into the environmental monitoring like temperatures and storage conditions, everything. Evaluate and approve the finished product. So after verifying the batch manufacturing record, batch packing record, everything is fine, everything was done as per the procedure, and all the results were complying to the specifications, then the batch will be approved and released to the market. Review manufacturing and packaging documents. As I told, we need to review the manufacturing and packaging documents, which is a very critical step in the pharma industry. Ensure the final product meets specification and check its packaging. So once tablets are manufactured that will be given for the quality control department for the testing. Once they have tested all the respective tests as per the specification, whether those results obtained or meeting to the specifications or not need to be checked, and the packaging condition also to be verified by the QC personnel. So when it comes to career paths in the QA and QC for pharmacy students, yeah, if it is like quality assurance department, uh, very common career options like as a having a science graduate, being a science graduate or a B Pharmacy graduate or M Pharmacy graduate or masters in science, you can enter as a quality assurance executive or officer role. That is a very starting role, key role. And later documentation specialist will be there, compliance auditor will be there, validation specialist will be there. Based on your experience and based on your qualifications, based on your knowledge, you will be you may be promoted to the QA manager with the experience. Okay. And for this, what are the skills you required? You need to acquire soft and technical skills like computers and softwares. See, nowadays, when I joined in pharma industry somewhere in 2007, there are a lot of manual documentation is there. Okay, but right now it's not like that. From 2012 or 13, everything is automated. Each and every instrument is connected to the software. Even software people will work on one or two projects, but as a QC analyst, you have to work on somewhere 20 softwares. For UV, there will be separate software. For PSD, there will be separate software. For NMR, PXRD, GCMS, ICPMS, huge. One instrument will cost somewhere 3 crore, 4 crores rupees. The organizations are giving to few people to handle those kind of costly instruments. So knowledge of GMP, GLP, and regulatory guidelines. Apart from your studies as a B Pharmacy or a science graduate, please try to learn, think out of the box. You can Google whenever you will get the time, if the time permits. You can Google, you can go to the YouTube, learn about the GMP, GLP, and what are the current regulatory guidelines, everything. Because if you see, there are 10 vacancies for a quality executive. So there will be 100 applications will be there. 100 people will come for interview. So everybody in this 100% who will have, other than the studies, who is having more knowledge on the current industry practice, obviously they will be higher. So attention to the detail. Okay. Strong documentation and communication skills. And you have to improve your communication skills also, obviously, because a lot of MNC companies are coming and they are investing in our India. A lot of MNC companies are there. Sanofi Aventis, Apotex, J&J, Novartis. They will have, even they are having communication test also will be there. Even if you are clearing technical everything, if you are not scoring good marks in the communication skills, they will directly reject. Yeah, when it comes to the quality control, common career options. So the basic job will be a QC analyst. QC analyst means he may have to go for the sampling also. He has to do the analysis also, and microbiologist and instrumentation analyst. These are the sophisticated instruments like HPLC, GC, UV. I hope in your college there may be HPLC and UVI. Hopefully, please go thoroughly and see what is HPLC, why we need to use HPLC only, what is a column chemistry. You are having good professors, we are having very good knowledge. So you ask them each and everything, what is column chemistry? Yeah, stability analyst, QC manager. So based on your experience and based on your qualifications and knowledge, you will be promoted to the QC manager. Here also the same soft skills required and communication skills, analytical techniques, lab safety and SOP adherence will be there. equipment handling and calibration. Those are these are the things required. So what about the growth opportunities? So there will be entry level like QA executive or QC analyst. There will be mid level like for QA means QA officer to senior QA specialist, QA team lead, head of QA, trainee analyst, QC executive to QC lead or QC manager. See earlier, 10 years back, the experience matters. Okay, if for example, a QA officer, as a fresher QA officer joined 10 years before or 15 years before, if you need to become a QA team leader means it will take 15 to 16 years. Now the scenario is not like that. The companies are immediately they are promoting the people who are having most technical knowledge. Okay. For 7, 8 years itself, a lot of deputy managers are there. For 12 years, managers are there. For 15 years, head of quality are there. When I was working, head of QA means must be a 25 years like that. But now it's not like that. 15 years candidate also is having the position of the head of quality assurance, the knowledge. Okay. The same in for the QC also, like trainee analyst, QC executive, QC lead, QC manager. So the main tips for the students to get started your profession means focus on the basics and knowledge when you are in the college itself. Okay, when you are in someone maybe in the B Pharmacy. Okay, next I will do M Pharmacy. Later I will see. I will go out of the box and I will think about ICH. What is ICH guidelines when I'm going to prior to job? I will verify like that. No, when you are in the B Pharms itself, you start little bit, take some time and start working on that. Okay, internships and industrial training in pharma companies. See, I think all the B Pharms and M Pharmacy students will go for the internships. I had I had experienced that a lot of people will, when I was working for apotex, a lot of internships they will come. Just they will come, and they will write and they will go. So you should not be like that. You have to learn. When you are working on some QC analytical instrument like HPLC, GC, learn each and everything. Which why these medicines should be analyzed in the gas chromatography only. Why not in the HPLC? Like that, you ask the questions. Okay, why? Five whys will be there. Okay, like that you can ask. You can gain lot of knowledge. Certifications in GMP validation or regulatory affairs. So we can opt for the certifications. GMP certifications will be there. On the validations will be there. Certifications on the regulatory affairs will be there. Lot of ISO approved certified agencies are there who they will give the training for 10 days, 2 weeks courses will be there. Better, it's very good to have the certifications as a additional, it will be additional advantage. Okay. Learn analytical tools and softwares also. If you are having in your pharmacy college, UV spectrophotometry something will be there. No? DT, disintegrate and operators, everything. You go through that. Oh, and 1 minute, I could not. What is this? Stay updated with guidelines like USFDA, WHO, CDSO, all the guidelines. Everything you will get on the online. You can Google it and you can get. And prepare better for the interviews. If you, according to me, if you follow all these five, it is very easy to prepare for the interview. Okay. And focus on the communication and soft skills. Stay updated. That is the main, because this is GM. This is not a GMP. This is a CGMP. Current GMP. By tomorrow, there will be a lot of changes will happen. So it is a CGM. Get industry exposure. Build technical skills. Prepare for the interview. Take short certifications. Understand the basics. Okay. Yeah, thank you for all for your patience and listening. I may be gone out of the subject also to make you understand, because then only you can, it will go into your mind. Yeah. If I'm keep on telling
Okay.
the technicality means it will be not that much useful. You will be bored because I am putting all my 18 of years of experience in 1 hour means it will not
It's not
correct
possible,
also.
sir. It's not possible. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It is definitely
Welcome,
not
sir.
possible because QA and QC is so vast. No one can justify putting all the information in just 1 hour's time.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yes, sir.
absolutely, sir. Thank you. Kindly stop sharing the screen. Participants,
Yeah, yes.
I hope you like the session. Please let us know if you have any questions. You can put in the questions in the chat box, or if you want to unmute, you can also unmute and talk, no problem. Yeah. All right. So there is one question from Nidan, sir, for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Few
yeah, yeah.
names of short certification courses related to QA/QC.
Um,
Uh,
right
do
now,
you
I
have
think
any ready courses which are available? That you remember any courses that students can do which are short, which students can do?
yes, yes, sir. I mean, for QC, there will be the courses like that. You need to approach some laboratories will be there, third-party laboratories.
Okay.
For example, like Cipra Labs or Tina Labs in Hyderabad is there.
Hmm.
They will give the coaching for 1 month. They will charge very minimal charges, but you will have a great exposure on the quality control, instruments, softwares, updated updations, everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Uh, Also, we'll see if we can compile some certification courses which are available online, which
yeah,
students can do, and maybe we'll send them after the session. Okay. So,
yeah,
Nidan, just remind me later on wherein I can send you the details. Okay. Any known website platform where certificate course in GMP is available? GMP, lot of courses are available.
lot of yeah,
A lot of courses are available online. You can check them out. Maybe if I get some time, I'll compile and send it to you via email. Okay. Uh, this is a question from Garima. Sir, are critical process parameters assured by quality department?
yeah, yeah. Yes, correct. I mean, each and every process parameter must and should be approved by the quality assurance only. Because
Yeah.
basically the CPPs will be
Hmm.
developed by the R&D, research and development.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will develop, and from there the technology transfer will happen to the production.
Yeah.
There they will keep all these CPPs in the batch manufacturing record, and the operators and the production people has to follow these CPPs. Once they followed batch manufacturing completed during the in-process check, the quality assurance persons will verify these batch records and ensure that all the CPPs were performed as per the operating procedures.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'll take one question from YouTube. The question is, what is CGMP? It's from Gautam.
Current GM, yeah,
Current
it's current
GMP.
GM.
Current
I mean,
GMP.
I mean to say earlier it was like a GMP because after 3 4 years they used to change all the whatever in these 3 4 years those changes collectively they used to change in the after 5 years. Now it's not
Mm,
like that. All the
mm,
regulatory bodies they want everything should be on the document by next day. Today, if they are going to change something, it has to come by next day, and that should be
okay.
implemented by the pharma companies. Just I will tell an example of NDMA, nitrosamines. You can Google it about the
Yeah,
nitrosamines.
yeah, yeah.
In 2009, yeah, earlier these nitrosamines, the presence of nitrosamines more than 0.02% in the product will cause the cancer,
Hmm.
cancer causative these all. So in 2018, the all the regulatory bodies was told to all the pharma companies by 2020 this must be adopted. So now if you go and see any company, they have done all the risk assessment screening for all the products where these nitrosamines are present in their product.
Correct. Okay.
So that is called CGMP. Now it came into the GMP practice.
Yeah, perfect. Uh, Thank you, sir. Participants, are there any more questions related to today's session only? Please ask questions. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of questions coming from other topic areas. I'll take some topic areas, but please focus on today's topic. Okay. How to get into industry, what is quality assurance, quality control, and related questions you can ask. I'll
Since
take
it
one
is
question from YouTube. It is
medical,
on
right? That's the main difference between.
I'll take one question from YouTube. It is coming from
Yeah, yeah,
Selva Kumar. He says, "What
yeah, yeah.
is medical coding and job opportunities?" So, Selva Kumar, there is one, I think, 1 hour plus content on my YouTube channel wherein we discussed with a medical coding expert who came and who shared uh, all information about medical coding, how to get into it, what are the different skills needed. So please search for that. If you don't find, then just send an email or a WhatsApp message to me. I'll forward the link to you. Okay. So we'll take questions related to today's session. This question is from Garima. Sir, are generic formulations assured by quality control, quality assurance and quality control department? If so, then why is the myth saying that generic does not work
Yeah,
the same as branded one? This is a very, very good
this is
question.
very
Thank you so much
good
for
question
asking.
actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, see, Garima, whatever the question you asked, na, that will be there for everyone, everybody.
yes,
See, the main thing is uh, the medicine where it was manufactured. I mean, the facility. The facility is the first priority. You can see if you go to Hyderabad, you can see in some apartments also medicine will be manufactured, sir. If you go to Balanagar or somewhere, in a 2 BHK flat, they will manufacture the medicine. They will give one strip of 10 tablets for 10 rupees. Okay. If you buy Dr. Reddy's or Cipla or Microlabs, one tablet will cost you 10 rupees.
yeah,
So that is depends on the facility, what are the procedures, whether what is the raw material they are using, whether that API and the formulation, uh, those materials are good or not. Okay, whether those are having the purity levels to the best of the standards or not, whether their testing is correct or not, these all will be there. I mean, during the course of your maybe you are BPharm or MPharm, I don't know if you are going to any industrial visit or something, you can understand the facility. If you see Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, Apotex, or any facility, it will be different. Okay, if you go and see in some small what you call apartments, also people will do the medicine. Okay, that's why. So better you go with the branded only. Okay, I suggest.
yeah. So that is fine. But the thing is, don't worry about quality. Quality assurance and control happens for both generic and branded. Whenever a company manufactures any product, the moment the product comes out of the manufacturing facility, it has to be assured by the quality assurance department and the control department. The certifications have to be issued. Now, sometimes it goes wrong, and we have a lot of cases we have
Yeah.
seen. But as far as the quality is concerned, the generic versions have the same quality, same bioequivalence compared to the branded ones. Okay. All right. And one more question we'll take from YouTube. This question is from Gautam. He says, "Can B-Farm fresher join in QA, QC, and how to join? Any suggestions?" This is B-Farm fresher.
Yeah, absolutely. You are eligible to join in a QC, QA, regulatory, manufacturing, everywhere. So every year, all the most of the companies will make the job offers also for
Yeah,
freshers also. So you can apply and you can get. Meanwhile, you
absolutely fine.
can just go thorough with the guidelines and little bit compared to others. You should be more about skills with the pharma industry.
Absolutely. And I think, sir, you rightly summarized everything in your last slide. Some of the points which I remember
Yeah, yeah,
focus on the growth and the basics when you are in this college, try to do some internships, do some certification courses online, uh, stay updated with the guidelines. And obviously, most importantly, please prepare for the interviews. I see a lot of students sending the resumes when they come for the interview, they don't even prepare. Right? This is a very it gives a very wrong impression, not just on your degree, but also on your entire college, also on
yeah,
your entire pharmacy community as such, right? Because the moment
correct, correct.
interview goes wrong, the recruiter will think negative about your college first, then your profession, your entire community first, second, right? So whenever we go for interviews, it's good to have a good number of hours of preparation. Please do that. There are a lot of tools available thanks to AI and all these Google and all these options available today. Preparing for interview is definitely not difficult today, right? So do your homework before you get into any kind of interviews. All right, so let's take one more question from
Garima.
Zoom from Garima. As you said, that experience is a must in pharma companies, but no company is interested in taking freshers and training them. So, what is the solution for that? Uh, also, these companies are mostly third parties. So, is it okay to enter there for experience as a fresher? So, you want to take that, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, no issue. You can obviously you can enter any third party organizations also. You can learn the basics. Okay. Once
Yeah,
you got a 1 year or 6 months of experience, then you can get into any MNCs or
yeah,
big
yeah,
companies.
absolutely. Don't worry about the company, worry about the experience and the knowledge because
Yeah,
whichever company you go, ultimately they'll hire you based on your performance, your knowledge, your expertise,
yeah,
not just your degree. So your degree is actually helpful just to get into till the interview level and
yeah,
into the company level. But then once you join the company, how much expertise you have, what kind of delivery you do in the company as far as the projects are concerned, all of that determine your existence in the company. So please focus on the knowledge, the learning, your expertise, and then join any company. Okay. And don't worry too much about getting into MNC or local company. Any company you go, if you put your
yeah,
heart to it, if you spend a lot of time to it for your experience, you'll have the right kind of experience. I think most of my speakers in the previous sessions, also, if you see, I come from, throughout my entire life, I have studied in government school. I studied my B Farm and M Farm from a government college, right? But then that helped me to gain a lot of knowledge because we had very limited facilities and options available that point of time. Today, thankfully, all of you have a lot of options and
yeah,
facilities available, but then somehow we are not able to utilize them for our own personal and professional growth. So take some time, create a timetable for you for your work yourself, and then uh, I'm sure that will help you. Okay. Thank you so much, Garima, for asking. All right. Any other questions, guys? Please feel free to ask. If there are no questions, maybe I'll ask a couple of questions to Gopichand sir. And
yeah, sir.
is it okay, sir? Shall I,
Yeah,
based
please, sir.
on
Please.
there are a few questions which have come on YouTube also, but then let's. All right. So uh, when a student is applying for interview in quality assurance, now quality assurance and
Yeah,
quality control are two different things, right?
yeah,
So, what is the difference when it comes to the preparation level? You gave all those six points absolutely fine, but most of the students don't think of those points until the interview day, right?
yeah,
They would not have done certification. They would not have focused on basics. They would not have learned properly in the college because college time is like a fun time for most of the students,
yeah,
right? Only when just before the interview they want to prepare and they want to do well in the interview. So, what are some tips for such students who have not done their homework earlier? What is it they can do? before
Yeah,
the
I
interview.
mean, sir, if a student is willing to join in a quality control department, let them understand the analytical techniques.
Mm,
Other than their studies, let them go through the analytical techniques like UV, HP. That's the work they have to do in the quality control
absolutely.
department.
Yeah,
They need
yeah,
to
yeah,
analyze. They have to use the instruments and they need to analyze. So
yeah.
that is more than enough, sir. For an entry level, it is
Okay,
enough. And for the quality assurance also, Mm, they can have some guidelines, ICH Q7, Q1, Q2, all these guidelines they can go to because quality assurance will be mostly into the guidelines only. Whether the
perfect.
guidelines were properly performed by the departments or not. SOP preparations will be there. So, as
Absolutely.
per me, in a quality assurance, sir, a quality assurance personnel means he need to take care of all the departments in the facility.
Correct.
He need to take ownership for the stores, production, packaging, quality control, warehouse, everything. So, as per me, if we have any one strength, like if we have 2 3 years of good experience in the QC or 2 3 years of good experience in the manufacturing, if they join in later stage, they can go to the quality assurance means it will be very good for their career growth, sir, because they know what is what will be is going in the quality control. As a
Correct.
fresher, I'm going to QA. What I will know? Nothing I will know because they need to lead other departments.
Yeah,
That QC person will come and tell something we don't know about that thing. Whatever he will say, we need to listen and we need to tell okay.
correct.
Like that. That's
Absolutely.
my yeah.
Correct. So perfect. Thank you so much, sir. So I don't see any questions on QA or QC. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just looking at YouTube if there are any questions. Yeah, I don't see any questions. All right, perfect.
Okay,
So,
sir.
on behalf of all the attendees, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, for your
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
a concise version of QA/QC session, which is, impossible to cover all the topics, both the
Yeah,
topics. One topic itself will, at least go for 1.5 hours easily if I just want to give a basic overview, right?
yeah.
But then you covered both the topics, so within 1 hour. It was great. Thank you so much for that. You actually provided the bird's eye overview of the entire QA and QC department. So I must thank you for that. I also extend my sincere thanks to Adi Chanchandgiri University, Dr. Ramesh specifically, and the entire team for organizing this insightful session. Thank you all for your time and dedication, for helping us learn more and more with the industry experts. So, a quick announcement for all the participants here. Please note that the links for all the next two sessions will remain the same. I keep getting a lot of messages to send the links to them. So the links will remain the same. Whatever you use on day one, day two, day three, every day the links will remain the same. The feedback form for today you'll get via email. So please go and check your email. And feedback is compulsory. You have to submit the feedback, only then you get the certificate. Okay. For tomorrow's session, tomorrow I'll be walking you through LinkedIn as a platform, how you can use LinkedIn for career growth. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, don't worry. I'll share a short video on how to do it. I'll also send you some resources in the email. So please check your email. You'll get resources on how to use LinkedIn first. When we meet tomorrow, I'll try to focus on live demo and more practical points on LinkedIn. Okay, so that you all can understand better. And for tomorrow's session, please make notes as much as possible and try to apply those learnings in your own LinkedIn profile. Because when you do that, then you uh, definitely become better on your profile becomes better on LinkedIn as a platform. Okay. So please watch out for an email from me today after the session. And yeah, with that, we come to the end of today's session. regulatory, medical writing, and other related topics, please ask on during the respective session. So we have a regulatory session coming up day after tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is on LinkedIn, but I'm a medical writer, so if you want to ask anything on medical writing and related topics, you can ask me. I'll try to answer them. Okay. Thank you so much for understanding, and let's meet tomorrow at the same time and same link. Everything will remain the same, but topics keep changing. All right. So perfect. Thank you so much. Take care. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
sir. Yeah.
Good night,
Thank you, all
participants.
students. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night,
night,
sir.
participants. We'll meet tomorrow.